Durenberger's ads got the message across that incumbency is a hard act to upstage.
We need a senator who knows the ropes, who has the respect of his colleagues in Washington, and cares deeply about his constituents at home. And that's Dave Durenberger.
I have tremendous respect for Dave Durenberger's experience and his judgment. Those are things money can't buy.
Durenberger supporters geared up to solicit funds and votes from Minnesota residents. Durenberger looked to the usual Republican sources, all the while stressing what he could do for the state. Hardly the poor relation in this race, Durenberger spent nearly $4 million on his campaign. He raised more than $400,000 from political action committees. In addition, family and friends staged some old-fashioned homestead fundraisers like this one.
I get a chance to work with you, I hope.
Oh, great.
Durenberger also went through the motions of the obligatory appeal to organized labor. At the state AFL-CIO convention in Duluth, he cast himself as a working man, not a well-heeled department store heir.
I don't have to tell you, experience can't be bought. It has to be earned. I've worked in building and road construction crews. I've worked in the Army and in public service. I worked not only because I wanted to work, but because I had to.
But big labor was not sympathetic to Republican Durenberger. They found more in common with Mark Dayton, despite his wealth.
I don't care how much he spends. Mark Dayton is my candidate for the United States Senate.
The AFL-CIO overwhelmingly endorsed Dayton and the rest of the Democratic ticket, as did a prominent Minnesotan who campaigned for his fellow Democrat.
Some people say we should be against him because he's got money. And I say this, our Democratic Party has been running those poor flea-bag candidates like Walter Mondale and Hubert Humphrey all of these years. We're entitled to one with a little money. It's our turn.
In the end, money didn't really make the difference. Republican incumbent Senator David Durenberger was returned to Washington with 53% of the vote. Minnesota learned very well who Mark Dayton was and what he stood for, but decided that David Durenberger was right about his record. He did not deserve to be turned out of office. In a year where national issues favored the Democrats and in a largely Democratic state, the voters' independent judgment worked well for this Republican senator. Back in Washington, Senator Durenberger talked to our series editor, Norman Ornstein, about campaign spending.
I abhorred the fact that I was running against a person who would spend, quote, any amount of money to win, end quote. And I knew he could spend $100 million if he wanted to. You know, I knew that there was never anything that he couldn't do, you know, whether it was television, radio, news.